The work of the gods ends here. What does that mean? That is the big phrase that we got from the most recent poster or key visual of the Universe Survival arc, where it showed Goku in what seemed to be a brand new form. However, we don't know what this means. There's different things that have been talked about in the community as of late, and there's different interpretations that have been given by Harems98 on Twitter himself. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about what these could possibly mean and what it could mean for the future of the Dragon Ball Super series. Let's talk about it. So the first thing I want to just address before I actually get into what this might possibly mean for Super is that Harems gave another interpretation of the kind of phrase on Twitter, and he said that the double kanji that you see here is for work of the gods, but there is one kanji in this that means technique on its own. So he said that there may possibly be like a double meaning, like the technique of the gods ends here or is perfected here. That's what he said on Twitter, and that might possibly mean like work of the gods as in Super Saiyan Blue. That is a god technique because it uses god ki, or maybe even the Hakai or something like that. It might mean that a technique that the gods use or a technique that Goku and Vegeta use that is linked to the gods like Super Saiyan Blue may possibly end there. There might completely cease to be any god ki left. And that kind of allows me to segue into the main meat of this video, in that what does the work of the gods ends here actually mean? Well, if you ask me, honestly I'm conflicted. It may possibly be a technique. We see Goku here is using kind of like a Super Saiyan looking form, however it's not entirely like Super Saiyan because not all of his hair is actually spiked up. You can see that some is still kind of rounded like his normal base hair would be. And the thing about that is, his hair is also black, so does it mean he is not using Super Saiyan Blue anymore? Does it mean he is not using God Ki anymore? Who knows? But one of the biggest things that have been spreading around the community as of late is the theory that maybe Daishinkan is evil, or like the angels are evil and have ulterior motives for this tournament of power. And now the Daishinkan is evil, the Grand Priest is evil theory is not a new one. People have been saying, oh, Daishinkan is evil ever since he got introduced back in the Future Trunks arc. However, the thing about this is, that theory did die down after the Future Trunks arc, but with the most recent episode having eliminated Universe 9 from the Tournament of Power and erasing them, Daishinkan gave Goku this look of kind of, I'm the boss, you're gonna do what I am telling you to do, and you're gonna play this game like puppets. And it looked like he was entirely in control of the situation. It didn't look like he was fearing for anything happening, and even then, more so to the point, is the fact that Mojito, the Universe 9 angel, was looking like he was almost enjoying Universe 9's erasure. He was smiling, he was looking like he very much liked what he was seeing, and it did state on Toei's bio for Mojito that he does not like Universe 9. He does not like Sidra, he does not like Ro, he does not like his universe. And the thing about this is, we were told that when a god of destruction dies, the angel of that universe goes inactive. Now, we were never ever given a specific kind of description of what this inactivity means. Like, does it mean they kind of have like a metaphorical off switch where they just kind of stop working, or does it mean like they maybe go back to Zeno's palace or go back to Daishinkan until another god of destruction for that universe appears? But if that were the case, then why is Mojito just, you know, there? He looks like he is absolutely fine. We knew that the angels were never really going to be affected by a universe's erasure because we were told that by Daishinkan, but we still thought that maybe they would go inactive, like they would stop working almost, like they kind of go into like a state of just almost like hypnosis, if you like, just kind of not really functioning. But Mojito seems absolutely fine. So is it something to do with the world of Void that is making, you know, Mojito work? Because I've found it honestly very suspicious that they've almost kind of brought every single universe together, including the exempt ones, like, you know, universe, I believe it is universe 1, 5, 8 and 12, I think that's the universes. They brought them into the fold as well, and it seems a little too convenient that this is happening, because it seems like the angels have complete control over their sense of self after the universe's erasure. So what I think the work of the gods ends here might possibly mean is that, like many other people have said, and I'm not going to claim this is my theory because there is no way this is my theory, many people have thought of this before me, but I just wanted to add my own kind of spin to it, is that first of all, we know for a fact that while Zeno is the one who wanted this tournament to happen, we know that Daishinkan is the one who set it up. He set up the World of the Void, he set up the rules, he set up the tournament arena, he oversaw the tournament arena, he oversaw everything in this tournament. So what he could have done, and we know that he has some sort of kind of disgust for mortals, because we saw in the build up, we saw in Universe 9, we saw that Sidra destroyed a whole city, just completely collapsed the thing by Hakkaiing it. We saw that in the build up, and we saw that Daishinkan said something, and I'm not sure what his words were exactly, but it was something like chaos and destruction is disgusting or disgraceful or something like that. So we know he already doesn't have that kind of like for mortals that some of the angels do. Like Whis has a kind of like for mortals, Vados a little bit, Marcerita from Universe 11 does kind of have a little bit of a like for her Pride Troopers and her Warriors of Justice in Universe 11, keeping it in check. But Daishinkan does not seem to feel the same way, and we've seen like multiple different kind of pointers to that. Daishinkan wants to get rid of mortals entirely, and maybe even the gods who kind of oversee and enforce them, because we see in the kind of first ever key visual we got for the Universe Survival arc, Daishinkan is placed in the middle of the two Zenos. We saw in the opening that Daishinkan is firing this kind of like blast looking thing between the two Zenos. We saw that. So that's 2 pointers already. We saw the big stare down with Goku. That's another pointer. Something's up. Something is definitely up with this tournament. And what may happen is that Daishinkan, we don't know if he invited the other 4 universes to kind of watch this tournament, but we know they came maybe of their own volition. So if he invited them, what could have happened is that he invited them, he got all the gods here. He's got all the Kaioshins, all of the gods of destruction. No matter how strong they are, they're going to be there. No matter how strong their mortals are, they're going to be there. And what he might do is he might possibly try and overthrow Zeno. But the thing about that is Zeno, I mean, you just saw he just destroyed an entire universe by raising his hand. That is insane. So what possibly may happen is he might try to kind of unite all the angels together to overthrow both Zenos, and then maybe we'll get to see some of the Omni Guards in action, or maybe they might even try and overthrow Zeno as well. We don't know how they are feeling about Zeno. But that then leaves a question. Where would the likes of Whis and Vados and Marcerita fall into this equation? Because we know that Whis has a bond with Beerus. Beerus and Whis are like brothers. They're best friends basically. They care for each other. They even care for their mortals. Like, I wouldn't say Beerus and Whis are part of the Z Fighters because, well, the fact of the matter is they're not. But they are basically like friends with the Z Fighters and the mortals from Earth at least. So I'm wondering where he would maybe fall into the equation. I think personally he would fall into the mortal equation. I think what would happen is maybe some of the angels would side with the mortals like Whis and Marcerita, the ones that care about their god of destruction and their mortals, and maybe the likes of Vados. And I say Vados because it doesn't seem like she cares about Champa. Maybe because she's trying to make him like get a little bit fitter, but she doesn't really seem to care that much. And maybe the 4 exempt angels, the ones that are part of the high level universes, they might try and possibly help the mortals as well. But there is definitely something behind this tournament. Something is happening, something's going on behind closed doors that we do not know about yet. And I don't think Goku versus Jiren is going to be the biggest fight of this tournament. It's going to be a big fight, but it's not going to be the biggest fight, and it's definitely not going to be the end of this arc. I do not believe that, because we have seen in the past there is always something behind a tournament. Krillin was killed after the 22nd Tenkai Shibudokai, which led into the Piccolo arc. the Cell arc, of course we had the Cell games. The 25th Tenkai Shibudokai, of course we had Yamu, Spopovich, Kaioshin and Kibito come in, and then, you know, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, all these guys left to go and fight Babidi and Dabura, which led into the greater half of the Buu Saga. You could maybe argue the Champa arc, but maybe not. And of course we had the 28th Tenkai Shibudokai, where Goku and Oob decided to just leave and end Z right there. However, I want to know what you guys think, because this is a very interesting theory, and now it's been brought back into the fold of Dragon Ball Super, it's becoming more and more interesting with the different pointers we may or may not have had in this arc thus far. But if you guys like this video, please leave a like and a comment in the comment section below. Do you think that Daishinkan is evil, or do you think that this is just a little bit of a too complicated theory for the likes of Toriyama, Toei and Toyotaro to try and orchestrate? Please share this amongst your friends, and if you could, please hit the bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get a notification every single time I upload. That way you'll get every single piece of content to you as it goes up. I've been Azureace, and thank you for coming to the video.
You have arrived. I'm here to tell you that if you don't subscribe to Azureace for Dragon Ball, Kingdom Hearts, and Pokemon TCG content, you will wander forever in the darkness of your heart.